In today's video, we're going to be meeting a young Nigerian man who manufactures tractors and agricultural equipment.
Part of the agricultural activities is still done manually, and when we compare Nigeria and other countries, the system of agriculture is left behind.
Today, we're in Jos, Nigeria to meet a true innovator in agricultural technology. Meet Jerry Malu, a visionary engineer changing farming with a homegrown solution.
I grew up in a farming society. I was always on the farm. So I always thought about mechanized systems that could hasten the work I was doing. I kept thinking of a machine that would help me do it in 1 week. So just building on that from a child and coming up to seeing the need for the agricultural machineries was why we bettered Benny Agro.
From concept to creation, he's empowering local farmers and transforming the agricultural landscape. Stay tuned as we uncover his journey, the challenges he faced, and the future he's building for Nigerian agriculture. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more inspiring stories from this channel. Hey, what's up guys, it's Simon Armefilms here again and welcome back to the channel. Today we are here again with Mr. Jerry Malu, who is the CEO of Benny Agro. We interviewed him in our last video and he spoke about his new model of vehicle, which was Benny Sternum, and today we're here to talk about his agro machines. It's nice to meet you again.
Nice meeting you again.
So what inspired you to start building agro machines?
So basically a good part of the inspiration comes from the fact that part of the agricultural activities is still done manually, and we see it as an opportunity for us to put our values into place. And when we compare Nigeria and other countries, the system of agriculture is left behind. A lot of the activities is still done manually. It's just seeing how we could solve those problems by the skills that we have in place. And I think for me as a person, the inspiration came a lot when growing up. I grew up in a farming society. I loved cars and I needed more time to study cars, but I was always on the farm. So I always thought about mechanized systems that could hasten the work I was doing. If I had 3 weeks to finish the work, I kept thinking of a machine that would help me do it in 1 week. So I have the rest of the 2 weeks to study about automotives and the rest. So just building on that from a child and coming up to seeing the need for the agricultural machineries was why we bettered Benny Agro. We've been designing machines since then.
So Benny Agro started before other subsidiaries?
Automobile was the first, but due to the high need of finance for the automobile, we had to put it on a halt and solve problems so that in turn, if we now are financially stable, then look back to automobile. But basically automobile was first before agro. Yeah, and agro became the mother of them all.
Okay, can you tell us about the first machine you created? How did it feel like?
So the first machine I did was a maize thresher. I had sketches, I had ideas of how I could do that, but I didn't have access to finance to produce it. So it was a difficult one. This is like 13 years ago.
13 years ago?
Yeah, 13 years ago. My dad worked in another local government, so someone came and gave me some monies to keep for him, and he was going to return in 3 days time. So I gambled using the money. You gambled the money? Yes, I think it was about 45,000.
Wow.
So I ran to someone selling metals. I made deposit. I went to another man that had a workshop. I made deposit. I told him I want to fabricate a machine. I will use your tools, your equipment, and I'll pay your balance at the end of the day. So I got the machines. I'll tell him bend it this way, cut it this way, weld it this way. I didn't even know how to weld. And as he was doing, I was assisting. I was holding the handle. I was welding. I basically never learned welding like that. So I was doing it gradually, and the second day I was done with the machine. So I took the machine back home, and my dad normally paid people to thresh maize manually. Paid them about 200,000.
Wow.
So in my opinion, that 45,000 was just a fraction of the money he was going to spend.
Yes, was not even up to half of it.
Yeah. So on finishing the machine, I went home and started threshing the maize instantly. So as he came back on his return the third day, he saw me threshing the maize. Where did you get this machine from? I made it. They gave me this money to give you, and this is the money I used for here. He was mad, he was angry, but I was threshing the maize already. And the third day I had finished the maize.
Wow.
So I had finished threshing. So basically I've saved him like 150. Please don't try this. Yours may not end like
that. Was a lot of risk.
That was a lot of risks, but I'm someone who is propelled by anything worth doing is worth doing.
It's worth doing.
Regardless of odds being against you. So I pushed, and before I knew, I was using the thresher to thresh other people's maize, our neighbors, other farmers. And in less than a month, I think I had recouped the money times 10 or so. Then I left it for one of my cousins to be doing commercial service with. I recouped the money a lot from that machine. And I now had farmers making deposit to get theirs made for them.
That was after you did that first model?
After I did mine, I threshed for so many farmers. They saw the workability. They saw how fast the machine was. They saw the durability.
So why not go for an easier method?
So they started paying me to make for them instead of them paying for services. So I made for the second person, and then I had one man come and tell me that he knows so many farmers that want the thresher, but he wants commission percentage from every customer that he brings, every farmer that he brings. I said, why not? And we negotiated. And before I know, I was making the 10th one, the 11th one, and I could no longer do the work alone. So I needed more hands to join me in making them. I had the second person, the third person, and before I knew, we were more than 5 making this thresher.
You're building Benny Agro like that?
Yeah, gradually. Then I didn't even know anything company registration. I was just doing it because I needed to solve problems.
Now that you've become a company, how do you meet the needs of Nigerian farmers?
Our focus has been on small and medium scale farmers. We believe that over half of the farmers in Nigeria fall within that range. And our quest has been to see that we have affordable and available agro machineries to them. So we design this equipment to suit our environment here. We design them to suit their financial capacities, and we design them to be user-friendly to these farmers. And so far we've been trying to make more impact around that, and I will say we've been having progress over these years. We now have equipment that's cut across maize, rice, cassava, yam, potato, beans, which we feel are the major cultivated crops in Nigeria.
Okay, so could you walk us through the machines here?
Yeah, these are handheld tractors.
Handheld tractors?
Yeah, we try to see.
When do you mean handheld tractor? What do you mean?
This, you hold it.
Okay.
It cultivates as you walk along with it.
Okay.
They are just mini tractors. These are not new technologies, but we try to be innovative around them and see how one machine can serve multiple purposes for the farmers. Currently, we don't make the prime movers ourselves.
What's prime mover?
That's like the diesel petrol engine. Yeah, the sources of the power. We don't make them ourselves. We import them, assemble them, and then we make other attachments to them. So this is a maize harvester. With this attachment on the tractor, you can harvest corn to break the corn, peel it, shred the stalk, and then you can collect the corn out from this other side.
This machine?
Yes, this machine, and it's really fast. Next to it there is the trailer that you can attach to this tractor and transport your harvested product from the farm. We build all this in-house. Next to it is the rice harvester, known as rice reaper. This cuts the rice rather than the local way they use sickles in doing it.
Okay.
It cuts the rice and then it gathers it at one point. You can also attach a planter. The planters, you can plant rice, millet, beans, granules, and a couple of others. Basically seed planters still attached on the multiple thresher. For older people who cannot walk behind these tractors, we design special seats for them. So they sit down, control the tractor as they...
That's that tractor?
Yes, that's same mini tractor. And then we have the ridges attached to the seat, so as you move, it makes ridges. So this is a plastic recycling machine. At Benny, we consider ourselves to be a matchstick. So many lamps. The idea is to see how we motivate so many people to start putting values around the country and beyond. With this, we have people who get these plastic melting machines mixed with sand. They make interlocks, roofing sheets, and so many others. So you mix your shredded plastic and sand into this place.
This is electric?
Yes, this is electric. And before it comes out here, is melted and mixed together. It has panels where you can control, adjust the temperature to the required viscosity that you need. So next to it is small size maize threshers. With this, you need to peel the maize first before you pour into the threshing chamber, and it separates the grains from the husk, and you collect your clean grains out of that. Powered by a petrol engine with low fuel consumption. We discuss with farmers and try to design these machines in a way that suits them, in a way that they wish it to be. We observe that most farmers' store doors are very slim and narrow, that these machines can't easily fit into. So this is foldable. So the machines become slim. that it can easily move into
I see
their store.
you as a farmer already. You already have other farmers in mind.
So basically, we exist for the farmers. We don't exist for ourselves.
That's true.
So we make sure that what we produce suits what they want.
Yeah.
And next to it here is a medium-sized maize thresher. With this, you don't need to peel the corn. From harvest, as you break, you can just put it in. It will peel it, it will thresh it, it will separate the husk from the cobs. And with little fuel consumption, you get your clean grains. It also has a winnowing chamber that removes the dust and other unwanted impurities from the grains. And this has tires that you can easily tow around, move from one point to another. You can easily attach to your motorcycle. That's considering that most small-scale farmers don't have tractors to move this, but most of them have motorcycles, so you can easily attach this to your motorcycle
and move it around.
Yes.
So what were the biggest challenges you faced in developing these machines?
The biggest challenge was lack of work tools and equipment. I'm forced to improvise. If I needed to bend metal sheets to a particular angle, I didn't have any tool to do it. I have to just come up with innovative ideas on how to do it. If I needed lathe machine to turn shafts, I didn't have access to it. I had to travel like 3 hours to get access to that. Another challenge was security. I was basically doing the work outside. I didn't have a proper workshop to safeguard my properties, and you had limited time to work because of the insecurity challenges there as of then. So before 6, I need to close, and it was hard for me to meet up with demands, not working at night and yeah, finance is usually a challenge for things like this. So all those tools, equipment I needed to buy, I didn't have finances to get them. I had more designs I wanted to practicalize. I didn't have access to finance to build them. A lot of times I'll have to take loans to produce samples that may not work. I may have to produce 4 or 5 times before I get it right, and those loans are paying interest. Sometimes I don't even have the money to pay. I take another loan to pay that one just to get a workable sample. So it was a very big challenge for me, but I kept struggling those ways gradually to where Benny is.
So that's amazing.
My name is Longji. Come, let me take you around. This is a multiple crop thresher, and as the name implies, it is a thresher that threshes a multiple of crops that is being harvested on the farm. The likes of rice, beans, we have maize, all of them after harvest from the farm can easily pour them into the machine, and it has the power to thresh it and brings out the fine grain.
What impact do you see your machines having in agriculture in Nigeria or in Africa?
So firstly, we want to see how we encourage local products. We want to see how we have values that boost the economy at large. We want to see how agricultural activities can be encouraged. We have so many crops that are gradually going extinct because there's little or no more cultivation on those crops, and it's because the process is very tedious and difficult. We want to see how the aid of these mechanizations can encourage the cultivation of these crops, how these machines can help farmers save time rather than spending less hours on the farm, basically.
Because time is money, you save, you're able to make it
and if you still do agriculture, farming, the manual way, the hard way, how long will you be able to do that? So we want to see how they are encouraged that they will do farming as business. They will do farming as a long-time achievement.
Now, for your customers, people that you sell to, how do you incorporate their feedback into improving your machines?
One of the things we don't play with in Benny is customers' feedback. So we have a particular team in the company that their main goal is to discuss, liaise, get feedbacks from these farmers and channel these challenges to our design team, where they redesign these machines to suit the targets of those farmers. We've had situations where we design machines the way we want, not the way the farmers want, and we've put it upon ourselves to make sure that doesn't happen again. We design these machines in a way that they are comfortable operating them and making use of them on the farm. So yes, we are very open to their feedbacks from their experiences with the machines, and then we develop on it and make it much more better.
Do you share any success story from any farmer who has used your machine?
Recently, I think about a month ago, we had a woman come to Benny and she said somebody from her area bought a machine from us. So she has come to get that same type of machine. We said, which machine is it? She said, German machine.
She called it German machine?
She called it German machine. So it was sweetening to hear that our brand is associated with Germany, which are known for quality, which are known for standard.
Wow.
The machine she wanted was just a grinding machine. Because the grinding machine was very dogged, it was durable, it was fast, the functionalities were all attained. So she tagged the German machine and she said she wanted exactly what her neighbor also got. So it was a sweet encouragement for us.
Where do you see agriculture or the future of agricultural machineries in the future?
We hope that we see that agriculture, the narrative, the notion around agriculture in Nigeria and beyond is changed. So it doesn't continue being as agriculture is for the poor people, but rather agriculture should be seen as a business, should be seen as a necessity that moves an economy forward. We hope to see that people are proud of mentioning that they are farmers. We hope on seeing that through agriculture you are able to make maximum yield, you are able to make maximum profit from the labors, from the efforts you are doing, and doing it for so many years but not feeling stressed out by the support and the assistance you get from the machineries that we make available.
Yes, so I'm sure you open to consultancy, like you do consultancy and all of that.
Very well. We are open to that. We advise at due. If our attention is needed, we make ourselves available. Advice from the cultivation process to the harvesting process, and even down to the processing stages. We provide equipment where we can.
Amazing. All right. So do well to reach out to Benny. I will drop his details down in the description below, and do well to reach out to Benny Agro Companies. And if you enjoyed this video, it's a very wonderful video. If you did, please do well to leave a comment, tell us what you learned in the video, and also please subscribe. And also I will drop the link to Benny's channel down below. You can check out their videos because they make amazing videos on all of these, right?
Yeah, we do.
So you can check it out, and also leave a thumbs up and please subscribe. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers soon. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.